Sup guys, daily check-in number 39. So how has this week gone? Number one, how have I been feeling this week? Had my ups and downs. I had a probably you heard this in the last one that I was struggling with procrastination. It was something I was working on. One of the biggest things was I was just putting a lot of pressure on myself to do things too fast, and the strange thing about it is that everything's going really well in my life, and part of it is that because I didn't have as many things to worry about and as many problems, my mind is looking at smaller things as problems, which is stressing me out for nothing, which is doesn't make any sense, right? So that's kind of connecting on to number two. How is my journey going in self-mastery and being the best version of myself? That's how it's going at the moment. Going through the ups and downs, learning how to master my focus, making up new routines, to just looking at what I could be doing better, but not pressuring myself to do everything as soon as possible, taking the time to implement small steps, and get things done as soon as possible, but in a way that is not going to self-sabotage what I've already built up right now. Number three, health and fitness tip for the week. I'm going to reiterate the importance of tracking your macros. So I got a client, I've been working with him since end of June, beginning of July, and he's lost about 27 kgs. Amazing. I mean, I train him 3 times a week. We do push-pull legs. Actually, I think the first month we were doing, or first 2 or 3 weeks, we did upper body, lower body, and then we moved on to push-pull legs. So probably for the past, June, July, August, September. So probably like 2 weeks upper and lower, 2 weeks upper and lower, and 6 weeks push-pull legs. Other than that, he does a lot of running. And the dude's, I gotta give him his credit when it's due. He put in the work, and he did eat, quote unquote healthy during the first month and a half. However, he realized that he hit a plateau in losing weight, and that was because he wasn't eating enough protein. And I'm going to stress to you guys right now, protein is essential, right? Protein is essential for losing weight. It's essential for making gains. And to give you an example of that, this is the most recent time that I've been in real tip-top shape, and pretty much my diet just revolved around high fat, high protein, very low carbs, and this is the shape I got into. I got other clients that have dropped considerable amounts of weight. Like if you've seen my client Ebbs, shout out to Ebbs. This dude has gone, from bare belly, looking pregnant, to looking jacked, looking like an athlete. Everyone at the gym thinks he's an athlete. He could pass as one, and he's kind of getting over that final hurdle as well, which is getting in enough protein and being a lot more aware of the foods that you're eating by tracking. You need to track. If you're not tracking, you're slacking. So for an example of how this looks like, here are some meals that I've been eating this week. So check it out. So we got here, most of it is meat, eggs, got some avocado, maybe some fruits in there, and obviously the Go Paleo meals, which are super helpful. So shout out to Go Paleo for that. That chicken pad thai is great. And this is kind of what a diet looks like for me, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And this is going to keep you lean, and just really keep in mind that carbs are the key. So you just need enough carbs to fuel your workout and refuel after the workout. So let's say smoothie before, sweet potatoes after. Boom. And that's it. Another thing I want to add about, a fitness journey as well is that you're not going to feel 100% every day. When you're in the gym, you probably feel fucking great one workout a week. The rest, meh. Some days you might feel shit. Some days you might feel pretty average about things. The main thing is that you turn up and get the work done, and you stay consistent, and you build the habit of actually being in the gym and getting the work done. Number 4, something about my life you may not know, which I've mentioned before, is my mother is from Fiji, and I spent probably about 3 years of my life living there over every Christmas holidays from when I was about 7 to 18. And yeah, a lot of people are, shocked by it, but my mum's quite dark. My father's blue eyes, blonde hair, and I came out in the middle. But yeah, it's, one of those experiences which I'm going to connect on to number 5 for the life lesson is to relax and to be grateful. And those are probably, 2 of the biggest lessons you can learn if you go to Fiji and see how they live there in the real Fiji. I'm not talking about the resorts. I'm talking about in the farms, in the villages. No power, no flush toilet, no electricity, no fridge. It's you realize real quick what life's really about, how to be grateful for the small things, and how to relax, because they know how to relax. They don't even have okay, GG? They don't even have the times on their bus stops. You go to the bus stop and you wait. That's it. You go to the bus stop and you wait. I mean, how much more chill can you get? So yeah, that is the check-in for today. Thanks again for tuning in. Catch up. Just to add on to nutrition, if you're going through any plateaus right now and losing weight and trying to shred down and get shredded, okay, get lean, you gotta track. And I'm not saying you have to track forever, but you have to educate yourself on what can actually work for you and just figure out certain formulas, right? So one of the strategies that I used over the years to figure out really what works for me is I'd have, set calories, protein, fat, carbs. I'll try that for a month, okay? See how my body responds and see if that's trended, if that's sent me in the right direction of the goal that I want. If yes, then I can, if I'm cutting, then I can either cut the calories a bit or increase the output, what I'm doing in cardio and weights, and up the protein, right? If I'm trying to bulk, then I can up the carbs. And you just make these little adjustments as the months go on, and you slowly figure out the formulas that work for you. There's probably going to be certain templates that can really, help people out, and that's what I do. I figure out these templates or certain formulas that can help people out. But as the journey goes along, you can refine things that work specifically for you. Once you figure that out, counting calories is not going to be as important, but you can understand that, okay, cool, I'm cutting, so I need, high protein, high fat. I want my complex carbs after my workout. I want my simple carbs before my workout. Generally, not saying that you can't have a banana or so after your workout, you can, but you figure out the general things that work for you, and once you figure that out, you got the formula, you know how to shred. Me personally, I'm a nerd over this. I just enjoy tracking the food anyway. Even when I'm going through phases of just intuitively eating, I'll track anyway, just to see what my body wants intuitively and see what macros my body bring up intuitively. However, I found personally the best results is when I stick to a plan and boom, I get shredded like this. I also want to mention the amount of people that I talk to that are bulking or cutting and are getting so results, they don't track, okay? So I'd recommend you to track. If you need some help with that, if you want any tips, if you have any questions, let me know and I will respond to you.